Hello everyone, my name is Eric Larsen and it's a real pleasure to be with you today. The January theme for the Empowered Success webinar is Realizing Your Dreams. As many of you remember, in 2014, doTERRA went into Haiti to partner with the tens of thousands of small-scale farmers who grow vetiver. With Haiti being the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, it's an ideal place for doTERRA's co-impact sourcing initiative. The biggest challenge these farmers had was access to clean water. They were traveling 3 hours a day to collect water that wasn't even drinkable. In our sophisticated world, it's hard to believe that in 2014 there were communities close to home that didn't have access to clean drinking water. About 3 months after making that initial commitment, I was able to be in Haiti when doTERRA turned on the faucet to provide water for this beautiful farming community that is so important to us and the mission of our company. It was a life-changing event for these people. This community was empowered. They were able to send their daughters and their sons to school rather than down the hill to collect water. The image that I'll never forget was that of an elderly gentleman who filled up his water bottle, took a sip, and passed it around to his family and friends because he wanted to share the first sips out of the faucet. It was one of the most impactful moments in my life and something I'll never forget. In the Empowered Success Guides, we talk about building a financial pipeline. We ask the question, where are you? Like our farmers in Haiti, are you hauling buckets up and down the hill to provide for your family, or is there a better way? Many people spend their lives trading hours for dollars and lack fulfillment or sense of purpose. With doTERRA, anyone can choose to create time and financial freedom through building a lasting residual income pipeline. A number of years ago, I was the CEO of a company that was owned by a bunch of outside investors. I had about 1,200 employees who worked for me, and I loved these people. I knew their names, and I worried about their families. I worked hard to make sure my employees were empowered, that their daily activities were satisfying, and that they were content doing their jobs. I knew that their work life would impact their family life, so when they were out of the office, I wanted to make sure they were fulfilled and happy. My problem was I wasn't really happy. Rarely was I able to finish a date with my wife, or dinner with my kids, or even go on a family vacation without some type of interruption from my bosses who wanted to talk about some aspect of the business or fix some problem somewhere in the world. Here I was at the top of my profession, and I was helping to build someone else's dream and implementing someone else's vision. It was then that doTERRA came into my life, where I was able, over time, to build a financial pipeline and help others to do the same. So what are the steps to build a successful doTERRA pipeline? Really, it's pretty simple. Step one is to open your oils and let them help you live a healthy lifestyle. The Live Guide will help you to learn more about the oil's potential. It is in the Live Guide where you will learn, among other things, which products address your specific health goals, how to use the loyalty rewards program to save money, and recipes to start using your oils right away. Step two, participate in regular training and doTERRA community events. There are regular Empowered Life and Empowered Success trainings and other online classes. There are wellness summits and a myriad of other team events for you to participate in. They are fun because they'll open your eyes to the possibilities that exist within the company. Step three, learn the basics of sharing the oils and building, and that information is found in the Live, Share, and Build guides. For example, what you'll learn in the Share guide is how to share doTERRA through classes and one-on-ones so you'll earn free products for yourself. They're great script ideas for sharing, inviting, and connecting with others. Also in the guide, there are tips how to host presentations, and they give you an ideal timeline for doing so. In the Build Guide, you will learn the 3 key steps to launch your business. Step number 4, launch your business or go to the next rank by using the Launch, Train, Lead, Multiply, Influence, and Inspire guides. Success leaves clues, and you want to avoid reinventing the wheel as you get involved. There's nothing more frustrating than working hard and not getting the results you want in your life. Each guide is replicatable and rank appropriate. They teach you the core habits and the skills you need to make your doTERRA business predictable and ensure you get the outcome you're looking for. These skills, habits, and activities give you a predictable outcome. They're tried, tested, and proven to work by leaders who've done it. Each guide is like carrying a team of presidential diamonds with you. And finally, step 5, there are additional resources at doTERRA.com under Advocate Education. There is a PDF library of images and presentations, suggestions for team trainings along with the PowerPoint presentations you can use. There are social media courses, and then there are hints and suggestions on how to build in the international markets. The vision of all these tools is to empower someone, to take all the learning from the past 10 years and to make the path better and easier for new people who join today. My invitation to you today is to do just that, to touch someone's life, to empower your team, to help someone that is stuck or struggling. Bring someone on this journey with you to change the world, one drop, one person, one community at a time. It's an audacious goal to say we're going to change the world, but we have the right products, plan, and people to do just that. Thank you for being with me today, and I hope you use this year to realize your dreams.
My name is Molly Dayton, and I'm going to talk to you today about how I made a plan to create my dreams. So I think a lot of times in this industry, people think of the microwave mentality. And what I mean by that is they want things instant, like instant hot water or overnight mail or quick text messages. And the way I see it is success is just old-fashioned. And what I mean by that is it's the power of duplication, it's keeping it simple, it's being consistent and being efficient. And probably the biggest part of it all is just hard work. So at the beginning of this year, I had set a goal. And when I set this goal, I looked at it and I thought it was the correct season and it was the right time in my life to have this goal. So what I had to do is I had to come up with a plan. And so I was very strategic in my planning. The first thing that I had to do was lay the framework. So I called my team and I found out what their goals were and how I was going to help them and serve them over the next 6 months accomplish their goals. In the meantime, what did I do? What I did, well, we're in a network marketing company, so I got back into the trenches and started networking. So I started contacting a lot of people, started having a lot more classes, and started enrolling people. Then after the period of 6 months, we regrouped. And what I did is I drew everything out on my whiteboard and showed everyone where they were in my organization. And that was the time after 6 months that I revealed what my goal was for the year. The great thing about it was their goals had coincided with my goal or even surpassed my goal. So some people in those 6 months had exceeded their goals. Some people were maybe a little bit shy in their goals. So when I drew it up on my whiteboard and showed them what I was trying to accomplish, they then saw the big picture. They saw that they were a part of something bigger. And it was so exciting because what happened was everyone started to rally around each other. So what did we do? Everyone could see it on the board. I put the volume that we needed to accomplish as a big group. That was another interesting thing. That's when they saw that I myself could not accomplish this goal on my own. Everyone was a part of it. So together we planned some specific goals for the next 3 months. All of us were going to accomplish 2 classes a week. All of us were going to have mentoring sessions with their mentor. What does that look like? All we were going to do was call our mentor and set 3 goals that we wanted to accomplish during that week. All of us set a goal to do a wellness consult with everyone that had enrolled. All of us also had volume goals that we wanted to accomplish every single month. So for 3 months, all of us worked together as a team. I think one of the biggest victories I had was when I hit my own personal goal. It wasn't just mine, it was my whole team's goal. And to see over 10 people hit their individual goals also and see a whole team collaboration come together was just so inspiring for my whole team. It set our whole team on fire. So for the year 2019, I'm going to invite you to read a book that I invited my team to read that helped all of us. It won't help you just with your doTERRA business, but it will help you in all aspects of your life. The book is called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, and it just helps you keep accountability for yourself and shows you very simple steps in how to do it. I think doTERRA is filled with such wonderful wellness advocates that have such individual, unique personalities and talents that we all bring to the table. So I encourage all of us to have the best year 2019 yet.
Hi, I'm Makay Tautu, and we are going to be talking about how to reinvent yourself and live an inspired life. The very first thing I want you to know is you can do this business. You can do this business. I know that it brings stuff up in your life that you're just like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm going to be a good leader. I can't imagine what to do next. But I promise you, you can do this. So I have a formula of 4 things that you have to understand. But first, we need to really, really talk about what we're doing. We're reinventing. So we're not going to do things like we've always done them, right? We've got to do them differently. We've got to come up with a new plan for our life if we want to reinvent it. And if we want to live by inspired action, if we want to live an inspired life, then we have to know how to receive that inspiration, right? So these 4 keys are going to be your steps. Now, each of them has a whole new world behind it, but I just want you to know where to start to dig. So step number 1 is focus. We have to know what our focus is. It's just like Stephen Covey. I love him. Stephen Covey, begin with the end in mind. You have to know your story or reinvent your story or change your story. If you don't like how life is right now, if you don't like your finances or you don't like your relationships or whatever, you don't like your personality, whatever it is, you can change your story. But you have to be focused on it and specific. So what I want you to do is get a piece of paper and you're going to write 1 page of what your end story looks like. Doesn't need any rationale. You just need to know what your dream is. That's what I see so often in my leaders is they don't know how to dream. So figure out what your dream is. What do you want? And write it down. Write down what your home looks like, what your relationships are. Write down what your car, how does it feel to drive the car you want to be driving? What does your bank account look like? What does your savings account look like? What are you doing in your spare time? Write it all down. If you have kids, what are your kids' lives doing? Write it down on this page. And then if I were coaching you, I would tell you to record it in your phone and listen to it every single night. But put it somewhere where you're going to see it. So that's step number 1, focus. Number 2 is vision. Vision is crucial. No company starts without vision. You have to have vision. But there's a cool way to do it. There's a special way to do it. Here's the thing you have to understand. Our brain works on 2 things. It works on evidence and experience. And if you've never had a $50,000 check every single month, your brain is telling you there's no way. That doesn't even make sense to me. I can't even comprehend that. If your brain you've never experienced what it feels like to be a leader, your brain's telling you there's no way you can be a leader. So your brain needs evidence and experience. But here's the cool thing. You're smarter than your brain. So your brain doesn't know what's real and what's not real. All it knows is the neural pathways that are there. So we have to create new neural pathways, okay? My favorite tool is a vision board. And there's all kinds of vision boards. I love to feng shui my vision board. I have 9 different areas that my brain loves to work on. And what I'm going to do when I do that vision board is I'm going to create new neural pathways. I'm going to sit there, and if I want, this is what I want right now. I want a white Jeep. This is the truth. I want a white Jeep, 4-door, white, all white, not the black on the back, the white on the back, white handles, everything's white. I even want white interior, and her name is Diamond. Anyway, I know how she feels to drive. I know how it feels to make the payment. I know how she feels to ride up in the mountains. I know how it feels when the wind is blowing through my hair. And those neural pathways are being created so that when the opportunity for that Jeep comes, I will know her. So here's one thing that you have to think about. We have a really, really cool tool in our brain also called the RAS, the Reticular Activation System. And what this tool does is it filters out things that aren't important. So if a fly lands on you, and you didn't have your RAS system. You'd be like, I fly, the wind is blowing. Your nervous system would go insane. So we have to have this reticular activation system. But what it does sometimes is it allows our blocks or our false beliefs to rule the game. So let me give you an example. If I'm in line at the grocery store and somebody behind me is saying, oh my gosh, I'm just looking for a blonde that I could pay $5,000 a month just to take pictures of her hair. Okay? Imagine if that were to happen. But if I had a belief and I had been told and bought into money isn't the important thing, people are the important thing, then my RAS is not going to hear that $5,000. It's just that person can be right behind me, and I probably won't even hear that opportunity. But if I have 200 kids on a playground and my kid is saying, Mommy, I know that's important. My brain hears Mommy. So what we have to do is tell our brain what is important to us. So when the opportunities for an increase in finances comes up, we're looking for it, okay? So vision is crucial. Create a vision board. The way you can't just have it sitting on the wall or in your phone. Great ones in the phone too, by the way. You have to work it. You have to create the neural pathways. And the way we do that is morning and night, you envision everything on that vision board. So 9 areas is kind of max, okay? Don't do that crazy vision board. 9 areas. Okay, so you're going to create those neural pathways and you're going to tell your brain what's important so you have a vision. You have a plan. Every business has a plan. That's it. Okay, number 3, and this one's cool because this one involves our oils. This is we're going to anchor. You have to know how to anchor. What I mean by anchor is you have to anchor to the emotion of success because you're going to hear voices all the time of why you can't do this. You have no evidence you can do it, remember? So you're going to have all sorts of limiting beliefs and voices telling you why you can't. But you've got to go, and you may have experiences telling you that you can't. But we're going to anchor to that we can. And the quick version of how to do this is you go to a time in your life where you accomplished something awesome, where you felt amazing. And if you really don't have a time like that in your life, get your vision board out and do one of those things, like look at that thing and imagine how that feels. Simultaneously, you would have chosen an oil. This is my favorite way to anchors because oils, hello. So you would have chosen an oil that is going to help anchor you and take you to that space emotionally for success. And a lot of people choose oils I love all of our oils, wild orange, all these oils. But when you want to really change your life, really understand inspiration, go for the heavy hitters, guys. Go for sandalwood. It's the oil of sacred devotion. Frankincense, the oil of truth. Serenity. Oh, that's a good one to anchor to. Rose. Yes, rose. So pick your oil that you're going to anchor to. So when nobody shows up to your class, you get out your oil. Go back to that feeling. This is part of the experience of success. And you guys, ranks in doTERRA, they're not a rank. It's an experience. Diamond is not a rank. It's something you become because you've had to anchor yourself that many times, okay? Diamond and beyond. Okay, number 4, get a coach. Any coach. Successful people, leaders, they have a coach. And I have a couple of coaches. But you can have, some of my favorite coaches in books are Marianne Williamson, The Law of Divine Compensation. You've got Gay Hendricks with The Big Leap. You've got Crucial Conversations. We've got, if you haven't read GoPro, that's like kindergarten. You've got to have GoPro in your back pocket. Okay, so get a coach or a personal coach who's going to your upline, or you can hire someone to coach you. But you need someone to keep you accountable and to help you sort out when those situations come. Okay, there's my four formula: focus, vision, anchor, and get a coach. And I know you can do this. I promise you, if you're willing to take the steps and you give it a little time to marinate and build, I promise you, you will have success. All right, everybody, love your guts, and I'll see y'all at Leadership.
Hello, my name is Kareena Bracken, and today I get to talk to you about how to hit the rank you want to achieve. I am so excited. I can still remember the feeling I felt when I fell in love with our oils. I remember wanting to share them with everybody, wanting everybody to experience them. I wanted everyone I knew to experience the joy they brought me. My guess that is if you're listening today, you've tasted that same passion and gratitude for these amazing products. Who knew that one drop could be so powerful, right? When I started using the oils, it was 100% only to help my family and care for them. I resisted any invitations to the business. I was a very happy stay-at-home mom. My husband owned a very successful business. I had a household of little ones, and I had no desire to be in the business. But it wasn't long that I had a burning in my heart that wouldn't let me keep these beautiful oils to myself. The things you are passionate about are not random. They're your calling. I 100% believe that. I often say I did not go looking for doTERRA. doTERRA found me, and I'm so thankful it did. So when I finally decided to take the leap and share my heart, I had to push all doubts out of the way and just dive in. It just so happened that this light went off right at the 1st of January 2009. The U.S. Founder Club still had openings and only a few months to qualify. If I wanted to achieve this, I had to act fast. This is when I finally had my first dream of what I wanted to achieve with doTERRA. I had goals. I had never been one to like talking in front of others. In fact, after 10 years, I still get nervous. I wanted to just schedule my classes and let my incredibly knowledgeable upline do the teaching. I soon realized that in order to grow at the pace I wanted to grow, to hit the goals that I had set, I could not wait around to fit somebody else's schedule. It was up to me to take charge and make it happen. I had to simplify the classes. I had to make it something I could teach and personalize it to me so that it was duplicatable. I had to get the classes on schedule so that I could be the one teaching them, and I had to get myself out the door. So what did it look like to achieve those goals? Basically, share, teach, enroll, and repeat. You can find those same steps in our guides referred to as the pipes. We all know these. Prepare. I made lists and lists of names. Invite. I started calling anyone and everyone I knew and asking them to host a class for me. Present. I taught the classes. It was hard for me, but I did it. Enroll. I wanted everyone to have these products at their fingertips. And support, that consisted of follow-up and follow-up. If they had joined, I needed to welcome them to our family. If they hadn't joined yet, I still needed to keep sharing because I knew that there was something they needed, right? So guess what is so great about doTERRA? These basic steps I took the first time I wanted to hit gold, the first time I had a goal for me to set, they are still the golden keys. When we felt our team was ready and we did our push for presidential, guess what? I did the same things. I began hosting more classes, talking to more people, sharing more samples, and talking more about my oils. Got back out of my comfort zone. It's not rocket science. It's consistency. This is your opportunity. New year, new you. It's all up to you. Isn't that great? This is your dream. Don't let others be in control. Your energy and your passion will be contagious, and others will want to jump in with you. You are enough, and you are deserving. You can do this. I believe that if we first learn, second act, then we will third become. I want to walk you through how this formula can help you achieve the rank you desire. First, learn. I want you to learn your belief. You need to learn and decide where you want to be, realize your dream, why and how to get there. Where do you want to be? You need to create a vision. Empower Success Library has a great download. It's called Create Vision. It will help you make it crystal clear. See it, believe it, and you need to even smell it. Close your eyes and feel it. Knowing what you want gives your subconscious a target. Remember your why. Remember why you started this journey. Dig deep and find your why. You will need this to get you through the tough days. How? How are you going to make this happen? Let's map it out and make your plan. A fail to plan is a plan to fail. Go to the downloads under Empower Success and look for Plan Action. This is a great guide to help you. There's also another download, the Rank Planner, for whatever rank your goal is. It will help you. What is your current rank? How much volume are you missing to get your goal? Know your numbers. Calculate the classes or one-on-ones that it takes to fill that in and get it on your calendar. And if your leaders are working the business with you, great, you can divide and conquer it. If not, just make it happen. Act. Our second is act. Now it's time for the actions. A plan without action is only a wish. This is where you step in and put that plan into action. Share, teach, enroll, repeat. It's that simple. Same steps I mentioned in the beginning and the same steps that are introduced throughout the Empower Success guides. Through these actions, always remember to believe, stay consistent, Stay positive. Energy is contagious. And lastly, number 3 is become. This is when you experience results. This is when you hit that rank that you've desired. Belief plus action equals results. It does happen. You follow the steps, you stay the course, and the day comes that you become. It's magical, and I can't wait for you to experience this. You are blessed with these precious gifts. You're also blessed with the calling to share them. Find a way and make it happen.
My name is Angela Villa, and I want to talk to you about emotional weight loss. I lost a sister at a very young age, and instead of coping and dealing with those emotions, I buried them. I literally and physically stuffed them down. And I didn't realize what I was doing. I just knew I was doing something because I put on weight. I put on a lot of weight. My maximum weight at one point in my life was 345 pounds. Your emotions play a huge role in your physical appearance, in your ability to move through this world, in your business, in your life. And so when I joined doTERRA 7 years ago, I was using the oils, I was doing the things, I was sharing, I was loving what I was doing, but I kept hitting walls that I wasn't really ready to address, pain I wasn't ready to address. And as I hit those walls, the pain came up, the emotions came to surface. And when I was ready, I chose to deal with them. And about 2 years ago is when I decided, okay, I feel a certain way when I put food in my mouth or when I do different things, right? When I get in front of people. Nobody wants to stand in front of people and teach a class about health when they feel unhealthy, right? I had all the emotions and all the thoughts, just like you. Everybody has them. I said things to myself like, there are no heavy presidential diamonds. I had these blocks, and they're real, but it's time we actually address them instead of stuffing them. People need these because we're all in some kind of pain. They need to know that when you deal with the emotional weight, the emotional fat, it's just a protection. So what I encourage people to do is to address it. And as you address it, you start to heal and release that pain. And once you release pain, energy flows. Not only does that fat fall off, I ended up losing 130 pounds in this process. But what I gained was appreciation for myself, for other people, love of this business like never before, a belief in dreaming again, having hope, knowing that I could be more, do more, earn more, grow more if I just believed and loved myself. You cannot change what you hate. It's what I tell everybody in this business and in my programs. You can't change what you hate. If you hate your body, it's going to stay the same. If you hate your leaders, they're not going to grow. If you hate your business or the income that you have now, it's never going to change. But if you learn to love what you have right here, right now, let go of the pain and embrace those beautiful emotions, all of them, good, bad, and ugly, you are going to flourish. You're going to move forward in ways that you never have before. You're going to release things that you've never let go of. Sometimes you didn't even know they existed. And that's another thing. You can't change what you hate, and you can't change what you don't see. So let's address it and love it and embrace it. And I want to show you how, or teach you how I did this. Live the doTERRA lifestyle. I know this sounds silly because we're all doTERRA people, right? Doing the business. But actually live the lifestyle. Don't just tell people about On Guard or frankincense. Live it. Live it, embrace it, love it. What does that mean? Eliminate the toxins. Get rid of it. Why go to the store and buy garbage when you can just bring it into your home, all the things that doTERRA offers? When you eliminate toxins, both product-wise and emotional, right? When you eliminate them, you're freeing up the mind and the body. Weed out those old, stagnant, unnecessary, unserving emotions. Get rid of them. And the beautiful thing is that these oils are so powerful. They are so powerful. I tell people all the time there's a reason that moms like me, women like me, the average person becomes successful in doTERRA. It's more than they're just wanting it more. These oils play a huge role in that. They help to weed out those feelings of unworthiness. And remember, fat is simply a protection of feeling unworthy all the time. So when we let it go, when we use the oils, when we weed out that stagnant stuff, we grow. We make room for new emotions, new feelings, new beliefs, new desires, worthiness. And we let those be a part of our life and not the garbage. Our goal in life is to go from who we are now to who we dream of being. Who we dream of being. And the stuff in between is all the garbage you've made up your entire life just to hold you back. Release it all, let it go, and become that person you dream to be. When you believe in yourself, when you love yourself, when you share that with others, when you give to them this business, the product, whatever, you become more of what you desire to be. You live in that fairy tale land that people talk about, but you don't know it's real until you're moving towards it. The last thing I want to say in implementing all of this is teach someone else how to do it. I didn't just lose 130 pounds or build a huge business for myself, because the things we learn in this life are not meant to be kept to ourselves. We learn them so we can share them with somebody else and help them see a life, a dream, a vision that they never thought possible. So share it. Don't keep it. Give it as a gift. Give it freely. So I want you to take just a little from what I'm sharing with you today and implement it on your own self, in your own life. Learn one little thing, grow just a smidge, and then go teach somebody else to do it. And the next thing you know, after you do that day in, day out, over and over and over, right? We have a successful, amazing business with people thriving and living their dreams like never before. So I encourage you to take one thing you learn, implement it over and over and over again, and share it with someone else.